Real Madrid target Jude Bellingham has not signed a new contract at Borussia Dortmund at the request of Real Madrid. Let me tell you one thing, that is complete and utter. This video is being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Surfshark. Surfshark is an app or browser extension that allows you to not only browse the internet entirely anonymously, but also very securely. Surfshark will secure your data with industry-leading measures using uncrackable encryption and the most secure VPN protocols. One subscription with Surfshark will work across all of your devices. I use it for unlocking things like American Netflix. We also use it if we want to watch our Canadian DAZN account and a couple of other bits and pieces. The good news is you can get 83% off. That's right, I did say 83% off. And an additional 3 months free using the Anfield agenda link in the description. They've also got a really credible and unique 30-day money back guarantee. If you don't like Surfshark, it doesn't meet your needs, which I'm going to be honest with you, it will and you won't. But if you do, if you want to change, Surfshark give you 30 days to change your mind. Why not give Surfshark a try? You'll be supporting us here at Anfield Agenda and you'll be treating yourself to the best VPN provider out there, bar none. You take 1 week off and they're all trying to get in their lies about Jude, said Canters. I know, it didn't escape me, mate, trust me. I was sitting on holidays and I seen the stories and I start clipping them up so I could put them into my notes so I'd have references to come back to see who was telling all the porcupines. And look, I'm hoping I can allay some fears tonight, because I know a lot of people are worried. When you hear Manchester City, you hear Real Madrid's name being mentioned around players, you know that these are clubs that aren't afraid to spend some money. But with that in mind, you know, we'll work through it tonight and I hope I'll be able to calm you guys down just a little bit. Chelsea too. Chelsea are too late to the party. Let me say that. Chelsea have been linked. Todd Boehly would want them, but Todd Boehly's like that kid we all hated in school. You know, that kid that comes from a privileged background, that comes in and just thinks money can solve everything and mommy and daddy will sort it all out, and is ignorant to how the world actually works and the effort that is really needed to be put in to be successful in certain aspects in football. That's Todd Boehly to me. I hate the lad. I can't. I hate him already. Between his all-star tripe and all this other shite, he can just fuck off and learn how many players are on a football pitch. Start with that, Mr. Boehly, and we'll go from there. Because until that, nobody cares. We don't care. And you're not getting Jude Bellingham either, so don't worry about it. I don't consider Chelsea a real threat on this one. I think they've come to the party a little bit too late. Liverpool have put the groundwork in on this one, my friends. They've been putting the groundwork in for a very, very long time. Todd Boehly can do one, to be honest with you. Real Madrid target Jude Bellingham has not signed a new contract at Borussia Dortmund at the request of Real Madrid. Let me tell you one thing, that is complete and utter bullshit. Real Madrid are doing what they always do. They're trying to make it out like it's all done deal, everything is sorted out. How did that work out with Houlden? Same story, go look it up, same stories. Didn't sign a contract extension. Mbappe didn't sign a contract extension at Real Madrid's request. It's absolute pony of the highest order. Real Madrid are in the race. They are in the race. But I've told you all along what his preference is. I've told you what Jude Bellingham's preference is, and that's to come and play at Liverpool Football Club. So Real Madrid, Florentino Perez, and Marca, that is a mouthpiece for Real Madrid, can put out all the spin and lies and bullshit that they want. It is just that, spin, lies, bullshit. Remember the Mbappe stuff? They were so arrogant, they thought it was a done deal. They had television shows, loads of other stuff, all the same thing. How did that work out? How's Mbappe getting on at Real Madrid? Oh yeah. He's not there. He's at PSG. Haaland, also not there. He's gone to Manchester City. So look, don't worry about it. It's nonsense. The only way, and I've said this time and time again, but the only way that Jude Bellingham doesn't end up at Liverpool Football Club is if FSG screw the pooch. And by that I mean they don't pony up the dough necessary. What will it cost? Liverpool seem to think they can get the deal done for 80 or 90 million quid. That's the latest kind of briefings that are going around, or the latest line that's going around. And there are clubs like Real Madrid and Manchester City who will pay more money. Can't argue about that. But sometimes it's not just about money. It's about what the player wants. It's about the will of the player, the legacy of the player. And I truly believe that Borussia Dortmund will be respectful of the wishes of Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, if he turns around and says, I want to go to Liverpool Football Club, of course Borussia Dortmund are going to want to get as much as they can. But they also want to show that if you are a young player and you go to Borussia Dortmund and you do your 2, 3, 4 years there and you serve the club as well as Jude Bellingham has served them, that when the club that you want to move to comes in with a reasonable offer, they have to be willing to make it be seen that they're not going to stand in your way. Because if they start standing in clubs and players' ways, what's going to happen is they are no longer going to be that destination for young players to go and ply their trade. It's not going to be as attractive to them. So look, nobody's going to try and rip off Borussia Dortmund. They will get top dollar for their player, but he will be a Liverpool Football Club player. And I don't know how many times I can say that before people start calming down a little bit. Manchester City have Houlden. Manchester City have money. But what do they not have? They don't have that history. They don't have the fan base. They don't have the allure that Liverpool Football Club or Manchester United would have or Bayern Munich would have. And you can say that's me being salty, but listen to Jude's own words. Listen to what he said not so long ago. But not all being about money. It's about sitting down with his grandkids. It's about playing for the fans. It's about his legacy. And to hear a 19-year-old man speak about legacy like that, that tells you how clued in Jude Bellingham is. Now, to go a little bit further back, to go back to when Jude Bellingham made the decision to go to Borussia Dortmund, Manchester United made a huge play to bring Jude Bellingham. But it was too late because Borussia Dortmund did what Liverpool have been doing. They've put the hard yards in. They've built up a spreadsheet. They've built up a document that shows and will show exactly how Liverpool will utilise Jude Bellingham, exactly how Liverpool will grow Jude Bellingham commercially, exactly how Liverpool will turn Jude Bellingham into a Ballon d'Or winning football player. Go back and read stories about his time when he was signing for Dortmund. His family were hugely impressed with the way Dortmund went about it, by the way Dortmund showed exactly what they were going to do with the young man, and the family bought into that, and the family have been absolutely right to do that. And it'll be the same with Liverpool. I tell you, I can't say this enough. Jude Bellingham will be a Liverpool Football Club player unless FSG don't pay the money. That's it. Manchester City are an attractive club to some people, but are not a good fit for Bellingham. And Real Madrid, look, put it this way. If you're a football player and you go to Real Madrid, unless you are... Look, it doesn't matter who you are. I was going to say unless you are a Cristiano Ronaldo or a Kylian Mbappe. It doesn't matter because their fans are fickle. Their fans are pathetic. Their fans will turn on you like that. Look at it. They signed Hazard. And what were they holding up in the stands? We want Mbappe. Not welcome Eden Hazard. None of that stuff. So Real Madrid, they're attractive in one sense, but there's no loyalty whatsoever there. So I don't believe he ends up at Real Madrid. And if he does end up at Madrid, I don't think it's at least 28, 29, 30 years of age. Certainly not now. The whole point for Bellingham was to go over to Dortmund, to build up his career, and then to move back to the Premier League. And that's exactly what will happen. Craig, I hope Jude doesn't go for United. He's already laughed at that one, Scotty, so I can't see that happening, man. He's already laughed that one off, so there's no way Bellingham goes there either. Look, I can only say it so many times. I'm not at all bothered about this. I find some of the stories funny that I've read while I was away because they are just copy and paste stories of other Real Madrid transfer targets that haven't worked out. Real Madrid are very clever at manipulating the media. Now, whereas in the UK, we have maybe certain journalists that are leaning to certain clubs. So obviously you'd have James Pearce, who'd be a Liverpool-friendly journalist, Simon Hughes, Liverpool-friendly journalist. But in Real Madrid's case, Marca are a mouthpiece for the entire club. They will basically do the bidding of Real Madrid in the media and spin stories however Real Madrid and Florentino Perez want them spun. That's why I always say to you, fuck the Spanish newspapers, don't pay any attention to them because 99% of the time they are just putting out the narrative that whatever particular club they have their allegiances to want them to put out. It's as simple as that. I don't believe anything that comes out of the papers in Spain. Bellingham's agents will know they can get 60 plus million if he goes to United. But here's the problem with that. Bellingham's the boss. This bugs me when I hear about agents at times. Agents are the employees of the player. Look, some people maybe haven't researched all this or aren't as invested in this whole story as I have been. But I'm telling you, Jude Bellingham has his head screwed on and Jude Bellingham knows what he wants from his career. That's all I can say, lads. I don't know what else to say to you. The story's going to keep coming. It's up to you what you believe or what you let work you up or annoy you. But all I'm saying is, we'll see what happens when Jude Bellingham makes a move. Other than that, we'll just be going around in circles.